Cheating, especially from a woman, is the biggest form of betrayal there is, simply because men don't ask a lot from women. In this video, we are going to talk about the signs of a woman who is planning to or wants to cheat in the near future. These are the signs that occur typically when the woman has identified a dude she likes and is planning on going out with him. The signs can also occur when she's done with the relationship and is now trying to find someone else. Although some of these signs can be similar, signs that a woman is about to or is planning to cheat shouldn't be confused with signs of a woman who is already cheating. In the upcoming videos, I will be talking about the signs of a woman who is already cheating and the signs of a woman who is a serial cheater and does it in every relationship. If you are planning on using this information, bear in mind that determining whether or not someone is cheating can be tricky, even if you know the signs, and therefore, please apply these within your context or situation. If behaviors that match signs of cheating have always been present in your relationship, then it is going to be hard to apply the information I am about to tell you. It is also important to know that a woman exhibiting only one of these signs isn't enough to brand her a cheater. But if she exhibits 3 or more signs, then that is a strong indicator that she is cheating. Men also need to take note of the fact that a woman's currency in the dating market is her looks and sexuality, and therefore any change in effort and behavior concerning her appearance might be a sign that she is either cheating or wants to do it. Another thing you want to look at is if her behavior and treatment towards you has changed or deteriorated. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's run down the list of signs a woman is soon about to cheat. Number 1. If she didn't before, she starts putting on makeup. This also applies if a girl rarely ever put on makeup before but suddenly puts it on at a higher frequency. Although she could say she does it for herself, it could also be a sign that she saw someone she's attracted to and is trying to look her best for that person. That someone could be that new male friend or a coworker. Men also need to be aware that this is one of the signs that can occur when she's already cheating. The caveat to this, however, is that if a woman has always been putting on makeup, then this sign will be far much more tricky to use in determining if she wants to cheat or not. Number 2. She dresses sexier when she goes out with other people than she does when she's with you. She is basically advertising herself to potential suitors, but if you were to confront her about it, you would probably get the "I dress sexy for myself" line. A woman dressing a little too sexy when her man is not around is never a good sign because she is either looking to get approached by other guys or she's looking for validation, which means she might be insecure, and therefore she's going to eventually cheat either way. If you notice this sign, you might want to check if she goes out more often than before. Check the type of places she goes to and the time of day, but more on this at a later point. Number 3. She suddenly starts getting fit. Although her getting fit gives her plausible deniability since she could say she's getting fit for you or herself, if the other signs on this list are present, then know that she isn't doing it for you or the relationship. A woman suddenly going to the gym or working out is often a sign that she's going back to the dating market, which could mean that not only is she planning to cheat, but she will be leaving you by monkey branching to the new guy. Number 4. She suddenly starts wearing perfume even though she didn't before. Perfume is scientifically proven to increase attractiveness and modulate both sexual arousal and the mood of the opposite sex, so she could be trying to be seductive to her new love interest. Although this is a very subtle sign, it can be quite alarming as it could indicate that she and her new love interest get really up close with each other and exchange things like hugs or even kisses if she's already cheating. Before I move on to points that focus on her behavior, I should mention that you also want to check if she suddenly switches up hairstyles than usual or suddenly does her nails. Basically, if she starts paying an unusual amount of attention to anything that has to do with her appearance, you should be concerned, or rather alarmed. Number 5. She starts posting sexy pictures of herself on social media. Garnering attention and validation on social media is an act of a woman who is single and back on the dating market. Unless she tags you or posts pictures of the two of you together, posting herself on social media is yet another way of advertising herself to potential suitors. It is advisable for men to never date seriously any woman who has a huge social media presence, even if she makes money from it. Staying away from women who are very active on social media will help men alleviate the threat of infidelity. Number 6. Another sign she might be planning to cheat is if she starts going out more, whether it's girls' nights out or just going out with a friend. Going out too much is a way of getting attention and potential suitors. So if she's going out more and dressing sexier than usual, then yeah, she is hoping to get approached. You should be more concerned if the places she goes to are frequented by a lot of men. Another thing you don't want is if she goes out more at night than any other time. Number 7. She talks a lot about a particular guy. This is typically the guy who she is impressed by and is also attracted to. It is more alarming if this particular guy is someone she spends a lot of time with, like a coworker or a friend. She will typically talk about the things she likes about him, like how he dresses, the things he does or say. You will notice her mood changing for the better whenever she talks about him. I always say a lot of men have already met or at least have heard about their replacement, but they were just too asleep to notice. Number 8. She gets a higher frequency of wrong numbers than usual. If you start noticing that she answers her phone and claims the caller called the wrong number more often, then you should be concerned. It's not the number that's wrong, it's the timing. If her caller volume is high enough for you to hear the caller's voice, then you should look if all of these wrong numbers are from male voices or a good mixture female and male voices. Cheaters also ignore their new love interest when they are with their current partner, and therefore you might want to check if she ignores a higher amount of calls than usual. One of the most effective cheating tricks used by women is saving the guy they cheat with or plan to cheat with by a woman's name. If Sally happens to be ignored too much, you might want to look into her or him. This also means if you happen to answer your woman's phone and the caller was a man who was saved with a female name, then yeah, that might be your replacement. Number 9. She's vague or evasive when asked about her whereabouts. If she never had a problem disclosing where she was, and with who but is now suddenly reluctant to do so, then she might be planning to cheat if she isn't already. Some of the tactics women use to evade disclosing their whereabouts include changing the subject, being vague by filibustering, or even calling you controlling and insecure. Calling you controlling and insecure will be a very recurrent theme when she's cheating or planning to, and it is done to shame you into stopping any probe of infidelity. Number 10. She limits access to her phones and computers. This only applies if you had an agreement with her that you will have access to her phones, computers, and social media accounts. But then again, you shouldn't be dating her seriously in the first place if you don't have access to all of her gadgets and social accounts. What you should watch out for is if she puts on or switches to passwords that are not known to you, puts her phone on silent, or she puts it face down when she's with you so you won't see any texts. Another thing to look out for is if she takes her phone everywhere, including to the loo or the shower. It is also never a good sign if she's edgy and nervous when you touch her phone or computer. I would also encourage guys to make a good excuse to access her phone just to see how she reacts. Number 11. She accuses you of cheating. Because she might feel guilty for what she's about to do, she will accuse you of cheating, sometimes with the hope that you will admit to it, thus meaning her cheating on you makes it even. Sometimes she does this to pick up a fight that will drive a wedge between the two of you, which will make it easier for her to cheat. If she's already having an affair, her accusing you of cheating will be a way to pick up a fight that will lead to the dissolution of your relationship. Number 12. She starts treating you badly. When a woman is ready to cheat or is even wanting to leave, she starts being disrespectful by doing things like name-calling, being sarcastic and condescending. You might notice that she suddenly finds fault with everything you do and will ridicule you at every turn. The one thing that will signal the end of your relationship is if she constantly rolls her eyes when you speak or do something. Number 13. Calling you uncaring and unloving is another accusation you need to be wary of. When women are cheating or want to, they accuse you of being unloving and uncaring towards them in order to justify their feelings of guilt. She's actually trying to make it your fault that she's cheating or that she wants to do it. If this accusation starts, what you want to do is ask her why she says this and evaluate if what you are being accused of is warranted, and if not, you might want to look for the other cheating signs in this video. Number 14. She shows less physical and emotional affection. Have you been noticing that she touches and kisses you less and less? What about hugging you? This is one of the major signs that she's pulling away. And if the other signs on this list are present, there might be another guy in the picture. Another thing that might happen is that she will develop feelings for the other guy and have way less sex with you. If many of the other signs on this list are present, then you and her having less sex will be a strong indicator that she's already cheating. Well, this unfortunately marks the end of the video, but before I leave, know that there are plenty more subtle signs a woman will display when she's cheating or planning to. Know them. Pay attention and act preemptively when or if there is something wrong. This has been the male space, and here we don't talk about female nature to demonize women or discourage men from dealing with them. We do, however, talk about female nature in order to empower men. Until next time.